Tonight, still more questions and answers after a 30-year-old man dies following a confrontation with police on I-10. Thanks for being with us, everyone. I'm Robert Olguin.
And I'm Jessica Gonzalez. We are hearing from the family's attorney who says they're still weighing legal options, but doesn't believe police handled the situation properly.
Well, as you can imagine, anytime there's a loss of a family member, the family is pretty devastated. And speaking with the mother earlier today, she had nothing but just sorrow and just pain at losing her son. And so she's trying to cope with it the best she can.
You just heard from Gabriel Perez, the attorney representing a 30-year-old Javier Hernandez's family. Now, police say he was trying to jump over a barrier on I-10 near Yarborough yesterday morning. These are those images. When officers arrived, investigators say he was uncooperative and was tased. Hernandez became unresponsive, but despite CPR efforts, he later died at the hospital. Perez tells KFOX 14 the family was told Hernandez died of a heart attack after being tased multiple times.
My initial impression is that, I think El Paso police got it wrong. And in this situation, we have a young man who's apparently his heart is there on the side of the road because he had been tased several times, not just once. And so I think that alone speaks to, the steps instead of what happened. This was an unarmed young man who clearly was going through some sort of mental health crisis or some sort of situation.
Perez says Hernandez did have mental health issues in the past and says while he drank alcohol occasionally, they don't know if drug use was an issue.
The incident is now sparking debate over the officer's use of force. KFOX 14 News at 9's Harrison Parker is live in the studio tonight to break down what police say goes into those split-second decisions. Harrison.
Well, as you guys heard there from the family attorney, this death is prompting questions today about the police's response to this case. What could have been done differently? And with police being so tight-lipped today with this case, what have authorities said when it's happened before?
El Paso police say Xavier Hernandez was attempting to jump off I-10 East near Yarborough and became uncooperative with officers when they tried to restrain him around 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. Police say they tased Hernandez, but he remained combative as they tried to subdue him. Hernandez then became unresponsive, and that's when police say officers began CPR. He was then taken to the hospital where he later died. Part of the confrontation was caught on camera and has led to debates over the use of force.
I think most people don't recognize the difficulties of placing people under arrest. I think they take it for granted on a daily basis.
That's Alex Perez with the EPPD Training Academy speaking to us back in June of 2024. The department gave us access to its arrest training not long after a different case involving the death of an apprehended person.
The longer you take, the more chances for the subject to get hurt, the public to get hurt, and the officers to get hurt. Bottom line is that even going under a crisis, they are still a threat to themselves, the public, and the officer, and a lot of the same techniques do apply.
El Paso Police Public Information Officer Sergeant Robert Gomez then emphasized the importance of complying with an officer's request and the danger of resisting arrest. He also said the amount of force they use varies on the individual.
From minor leverage techniques, escorts, to full-blown people not wanting to comply where multiple officers are necessary to place them in cuffs.
Well, El Paso Police says it cannot comment on this case going to this ongoing investigation, but it says an internal review is underway with its Crimes Against Persons unit and the Texas Rangers, which again is standard protocol. I'm Harrison Parker reporting from the studio, KFOX 14 News at 9.